What's up, everyone? It's Breaking News Desk, and today we're tackling a question I get asked all the time. I studied medicine outside the United States. How can I bring my skills and passion for healing to patients here? It's a fantastic question, and it points to a journey that is challenging, yes, but absolutely achievable. Many brilliant doctors practicing in the United States today started their medical education in another country. The path involves a series of steps, certifications, and exams designed to ensure that every doctor meets the high standards of U.S. medical practice. It can seem incredibly complex and overwhelming from the outside, but we're going to break it down together, step by step. YebboJobs brought you How to Change Your Foreign Medical Degree into U.S. Equivalence, and we're here to demystify the entire process for you. Think of this video as your roadmap. We'll walk through each major milestone, from getting your degree verified to finally applying for your state medical license. Whether you're just starting medical school abroad and dreaming of a future in the United States, or you've already graduated and are ready to take the next step, this guide is for you. We'll cover the exams you need to conquer, the certifications you must obtain, and the residency training that forms the cornerstone of your U.S. medical career. Before we dive in, a quick but very important disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only, and is meant to give you a general overview of the process. It should not be used as official guidance. The requirements can change, and individual circumstances can vary greatly. Always, and I mean always, consult the official websites of organizations like the ECFMG and USMLE for the most current and detailed information. Your journey is unique, so treat this as your starting point for your own in-depth research. Now let's get into the first crucial step. Alright, first things first. Before you can even think about taking the U.S. licensing exams, you need to prove that your medical school and your degree are legitimate. This is where the Educational Commission for Foreign Medical Graduates, or ECFMG, comes in. They are the gatekeepers, the official body responsible for certifying that international medical graduates are ready to enter the U.S. healthcare system. Your very first task is to go to their website and begin the application process for ECFMG certification. This involves creating an account and submitting detailed information about your medical education. You'll need to provide documentation including your medical school transcripts and your final medical diploma. The ECFMG will then directly contact your medical school to verify that these documents are authentic and that you did, in fact, graduate. It's a meticulous process designed to ensure that every applicant has met the baseline educational requirements equivalent to those of a U.S. medical school graduate. One critical point here: make sure your medical school is listed in the World Directory of Medical Schools and is recognized by the ECFMG. This is a non-negotiable prerequisite, so check this before you even start the application to save yourself time and potential heartache. Once your credentials are in the process of being verified, it's time to face the first major academic hurdle: the United States Medical Licensing Examination, Step 1. This is one of the most talked about, feared, and respected exams in the medical world. Step 1 is a one-day, 8-hour, computer-based exam that tests your understanding and ability to apply the basic sciences to the practice of medicine. We're talking about subjects like anatomy, biochemistry, pathology, pharmacology, and physiology. It's not just about memorizing facts, it's about understanding the fundamental principles that underpin all of clinical medicine. For international medical graduates, this exam is more than just a test. It's your first major opportunity to demonstrate that your foundational knowledge is on par with that of U.S. medical students. Historically, the 3-digit score on this exam was a critical factor for getting residency interviews. While it has recently transitioned to a pass-fail system for U.S. students, a strong performance remains incredibly important for international graduates to stand out. Preparing for Step 1 is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires months of dedicated strategic studying. You'll need to use a variety of resources, from review books to question banks, to master the vast amount of material and get comfortable with the question format. After you've successfully passed Step 1, the next challenge on your list is USMLE Step 2, Clinical Knowledge, or CK. If Step 1 was about the why of medicine, the basic sciences, then Step 2 CK is all about the what and how. This exam focuses on the clinical application of medical knowledge. It tests your ability to diagnose diseases, understand pathophysiology from a clinical perspective, and determine the next best steps in patient management. The questions are typically presented as clinical vignettes, where you're given a patient scenario and asked about diagnosis, investigation, or treatment. This exam covers all the major clinical specialties: internal medicine, surgery, pediatrics, psychiatry, and obstetrics and gynecology. It's another full-day computer-based exam that requires you to think like a physician on the wards. For international medical graduates, a high score on Step 2 CK has become even more important since Step 1 became pass-fail. This is now your primary opportunity to showcase your academic excellence to residency program directors. Solid preparation is key. This involves not only reviewing clinical medicine from textbooks, but also doing thousands of practice questions to hone your clinical reasoning and test-taking strategy. A great score here can significantly boost your residency application. This chapter marks a huge milestone in your journey. Once you have successfully passed USMLE Step 1 and Step 2 CK, and your medical school credentials have been fully verified, you are eligible to receive your ECFMG certificate. Think of this certificate as your golden ticket. It is the official document from the ECFMG that states you have met all the necessary requirements to be considered for a United States medical residency position. It is, in essence, the ECFMG's stamp of approval, certifying that you are equivalent to a graduate of a United States or Canadian medical school. You cannot, I repeat, apply for or begin a United States residency program without this certification. It is an absolute prerequisite. When you submit your application to residency programs through the Electronic Residency Application Service, or ERS, program directors will look for this certification. Its presence confirms your eligibility and allows them to consider your application seriously. Receiving this certificate is a moment of celebration. It represents the culmination of years of hard work, intense study, and navigating a complex administrative process. It means you've successfully cleared the primary hurdles and are officially ready to compete for a training spot alongside your United States peers. With your ECFMG certificate in hand, you're now ready to enter one of the most critical and often stressful phases of this journey: applying for a United States medical residency. This is done through a process called the match. Each year, you'll use the ERS system to apply to various residency programs in your chosen specialty across the country. Your application will include your USMLE scores, your ECFMG certificate, letters of recommendation, preferably from United States physicians, a personal statement, and your medical school transcript. It's your comprehensive portfolio designed to convince program directors you're a great fit for their team. After submitting your applications, you'll hopefully receive interview invitations. Following the interviews, you'll rank the programs you liked, and the programs will rank you. A complex computer algorithm then matches applicants to programs. If you match, you are contractually obligated to attend that program. This residency training is where you go from being a medical school graduate to a practicing physician. It can last anywhere from 3 to 7 years, depending on the specialty. You'll work long hours, learn an incredible amount, and be responsible for patient care under the supervision of senior physicians. Successfully completing an accredited United States residency program is mandatory for licensure. You're in residency, you're learning, you're growing as a physician, but the exams aren't over just yet. There's one final hurdle to clear in the USMLE series, Step 3. This is the final examination in the licensing sequence, and you typically take it during your first or second year of residency, although some IMGs take it before residency to strengthen their application. Step 3 is a 2-day exam that tests your ability to apply your medical knowledge and clinical skills to the unsupervised practice of medicine. It's the ultimate test of your readiness to be an independent practitioner. The first day is similar to the previous exams, focusing on multiple choice questions covering clinical knowledge. The second day, however, introduces something new: computer-based case simulations. Here, you'll manage a patient's case in a simulated, real-time environment. You'll order tests, prescribe medications, and advance the clock to see how your patient responds, adjusting your management plan accordingly. It tests your clinical decision-making skills in a dynamic way. Passing Step 3 is a requirement for licensure in every United States state. Conquering this final exam means you have passed every standardized test required to prove your medical competence in the United States. You've done it. You've passed all your USMLE exams. You've completed your multi-year United States residency program. You are, for all intents and purposes, a fully trained physician ready for independent practice. The final step is to actually get your license to practice medicine. In the United States, medical licensure is not granted at the federal level, but by individual states. This means you must apply for a license in the specific state or states where you intend to work. Each state has its own medical board with its own specific set of requirements and application process. You'll submit a detailed application to the state medical board, which will include proof of your medical degree, your ECFMG certification, all your USMLE scores, and verification of your residency training. They will also conduct a thorough background check. While the core requirements are similar across states, passing all USMLE steps and completing residency, there can be minor variations. Some states may have specific requirements about the number of attempts you took on your exams or the timeline within which they must be completed. It is absolutely crucial to research the specific requirements of the state medical board where you want to practice. Once your application is approved, you will be granted a full, unrestricted license to practice medicine. And there you have it, the 7 major steps to take your international medical degree and turn it into a license to practice medicine here in the United States. I know, listening to all of that can feel like you're about to climb Mount Everest. It's a long, demanding, and expensive journey, and there will be moments of doubt and exhaustion. But I want you to remember why you started. You pursued medicine to help people, to heal, and to make a difference. That passion is your fuel. Every IMG who's practicing in the United States today has walked this same path, faced these same exams, and overcome these same challenges. It is absolutely possible. This journey tests not just your medical knowledge, but your resilience, determination, and commitment. My advice is to take it one step at a time. Don't get overwhelmed by thinking about step 7 when you're still preparing for step 1. Focus on the task in front of you. Celebrate each small victory along the way, like getting your credentials verified or passing an exam. And build a strong support system of friends, family, and mentors who understand what you're going through. The United States healthcare system is enriched by the diverse experiences and perspectives that international medical graduates bring. Your unique background is a strength. So keep that end goal in sight. You, in a white coat with your own medical license, providing compassionate care to patients. It's a powerful image, and it's within your reach. Do your research, stay organized, and never lose faith in your abilities. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and share it with someone else who might be on this journey. Let me know in the comments which step you're on or what questions you have. As always, stay